Here we are with Rascal Flatts, everybody. Rascal Flatts joining us.
How's it going?
Big show tonight, guys.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you, like, you get out here in Tampa Bay, it's going to be about 92 degrees when y'all take the stage. Is there something different that happens the night before that, like, or the day before? Extra water, extra beer?
Pedialyte?
Yeah, Pedialyte. You got to hydrate.
I thought Pedialyte was for after, like the hangover after. Is it a prevention thing?
Both. Well, yeah. It's just you got
I drink it all day long now.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I like the taste of it.
I have the popsicles.
Pedialyte Pops?
Yes.
Pedialyte Pops.
Is it a lick or a suck on the popsicle? How does it?
It's a little both.
All right,
it depends. Yeah,
Lick suck.
Joe
They have the
licks.
powder now too. You just put it.
I
in
saw
the
that,
water.
so I have 5 kids, so I grew up when like Pedialyte was. You always got it when it was a problem.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It was a problem, and now everyone's like getting it like preventative maintenance, and I'm like, oh man, I need to get back into that.
It's like Aquaphor.
It's a problem.
See what I mean?
There's problems,
See what I'm
right?
talking about?
Or Tussin.
Yeah. Now it's just for everyday use.
Or Robitussin.
Are you guys the pitch guys for that? Or what's going on?
I know, but it just kind of, I don't know.
So Rascal Flatts in town tonight. Listen, it's been such an unbelievable career for you. You ever look back and just go, wow, like pinch me or punch me in the face or really, like it's crazy. You guys you're an era. You're not like a band anymore. You're an era. You know what I mean? Like, how does that feel?
It's pretty, it's overwhelming. And we were just talking about this the other day. To be able to still be, headlining and doing it at a really high level, I think I appreciate it more now than I did even when we were just coming up and getting started. Because we're 19 years in, so to be able to keep coming back to places like Tampa and see that it's still filled up and to have songs that are still viable on the radio is really, really special and humbling for me, and I appreciate it maybe even a little more now than I did years ago.
You think about it, you guys got started in the 1900s, okay?
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, it's true.
The 1900s.
The 1900s.
Well, not 1902.
You make it sound
No.
Yeah.
But there
Don't
was
let your minds wander, guys. Yeah.
But there was a 19 in front. I said that to Kenny once, and he got pissed. He was
love
like,
that.
"What are you saying?" No, but it's like,
Kenny, Rogers or Chesney?
He was 18.
I didn't know what you
it was Chesney.
Okay,
But
good. I didn't
that's
know.
why I got pissed.
Yeah.
Rogers be like, "Oh, thank you very much, appreciate that." Have you had a roaster, right? No, but it's like now you have people that grew up listening to y'all when maybe they were, dating, first dates, whatever, and now they bring their kids and everything like that. I mean, it's got to be a surreal feeling.
It really is. We've done shows where there's been 4 generations of, and it's just, it's just humbling. And we literally pinch ourselves every day and just give God all the glory for blessing us, man, with just an amazing career. We so far exceeded anything we ever dreamed. I guess we didn't dream big enough because, man, it just like we started knocking stuff off the bucket list early and, just grateful and thankful and, and Back to Life's doing great. I mean, it's you're in rare air when you're 19 years in and still having hits and selling out these places. And it's just, it's crazy. You can't make it up,
100%. It seems like the people who get into it, country music, for the fame and everything, they burn out. But the people who get into it for the actual music, they wind up actually achieving the fame and the success. I mean, I know you guys have talked to you so many times before. I know you're purists when it comes to the music. You love the music aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And you guys have sort of figured out a way to stay, for the most part, away from TMZ and all that other slop on the internet. I mean, do you kind of see that angle with people where it's like, if you love the music, good things happen?
Well, I think so. It's music first for us. It's always been. That's why we have some grueling song meetings and try to get the best songs we can find. Whether we write them or not, we just want something great. And it's tough to weed it down to your favorite, favorite like 10 to 12 that round out an album. But through the years, we've been very fortunate to get some really, really quality songs pitched our way from songwriters like Jeffrey Steele and Neil Thrasher, Wendell Mobley.
Riding on my tractor.
And it's an incredible wave of just amazing songs that's come our way through all these years that have really gone on to change people's lives and really affect them in such an amazing way. To just know we have the ability to do that with music is just incredible.
Rascal Flatts tonight in Tampa Bay, going to be a huge show. We talked about tailgating, going to be off the chain, just crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tailgating.
Careful, I'll come with a little Nas X question if you want. Careful.
Yeah, why not?
Once we start busting out the yeah. Where like for you guys who are like true veterans of this, like I said, purists of the music, like where is country music now? Because you hear all the drama, right? Like, oh, it's too pop, it's too this. But you guys have watched country change here, go back again, change again.
Oh my Lord.
And you've always stayed Rascal Flatts, no matter what. You've never ridden the wave. We're just Rascal Flatts.
You know, it's so funny because it's always, and I mean, it's just proven that it's never going to change. It's always, people are always going to say, to pop, to country, to this. I mean, they did it all the way back from when, you know, Merle Haggard was too pop to play, you know, horns and all that stuff. They didn't have that at the Opry. You know, so it's just been, I mean, over and over the same exact.
Yeah, it has been.
You know?
And I would also say that country music has sort of taken over where the top 40 was when we were kids growing up, because top 40 now is so urban and dance that I feel like we're kind of soaking up the real estate where top 40 music was when I was a kid.
You know, Jay,
and there's so much room for everything.
I think you're right. I was talking about this with someone the other day, and I said, you know, I think the artist got good looking in country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think the artist got good looking because, like, Mark Chestnut ain't good looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then y'all came along, and then Kenny kind of became this sex symbol. It's like weird. It's like the artist got, I mean, there was no Carrie Underwood 30 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the artist got good looking, and then you're right. And then it got mainstream.
Dolly may be the exception.
We'll go with that.
She was
Can't argue
gorgeous
that.
back in the
Lori
day.
Morgan,
yeah.
maybe back in the day.
Yeah. Who else?
I'm gonna go with Buck Owens for 500.
Travis
Womack.
Tritt is hot.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Diffie.
Well, Shania in the 90s, obviously. Shania was
Shania, that's true. That's
The
true.
Bellamy
game
brothers.
changer. Bellamy's were very handsome.
Yeah.
So Jay, real quick, I know we got to bring our winner in here. She's really excited to meet you. Sheila is so pumped to meet you guys, and it's nice y'all to really take your time to come in here. One thing about Rascal Flatts, and I'll tell y'all listening right now because I know y'all heading to the concert now. You guys have always taken the time with the fans. I think it goes back to that being purist of the music. You understand that these guys are consuming you for what you do, your profession. They love what you do. But Jay, you recently wrote a book. What's it like being an author after you've been a singer and a musician?
You know, it's pretty cool. It was more therapeutic than I expected it to be, reliving some of those stories and being able to retell them and really kind of telling my mom's story, which has been such a focal point of my life growing up. And I was able to really celebrate her in the story about how she sacrificed and really, really was a rock for me through a lot of really tough times coming up. So it was a great exercise. I'm not sure if I'd do it again, but it's a long process. I'm glad that I did do it, and I'm glad I got to tell those stories. And maybe if somebody's out there that's going through a lot of crap like I did, they might find some inspiration and some hope in it.
So Joe, what would you do if you weren't a singer? Would you be an author? You wouldn't be an author.
Yeah, I'd be a book writer.
Would you really?
No, just kidding.
Yeah. I was like, man, I just judged the book by its cover, and I got it wrong. You're like, I'll be an author. I know.
I love golf. I do. I'm addicted to golf.
But are you good at it?
I'm decent.
Gary, how good is
bad.
He almost won Pebble Beach this year.
Really?
Well, because I had a pro with me.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It counts.
I do love it very much.
Yeah,
It's-
Gentleman's a great
passion
golfer.
for it.
He really is.
I remember sitting at the Palm in Nashville one night, and this was literally maybe back in the 1900s, and you were there. A buddy of mine, I won't tell too many stories. No, but I was there. The buddy of mine was a music writer, and I remember you saying y'all had just gotten started, had some radio success, we're jumping on tours, but I remember you talking about how much you just loved music for the music. I mean, I know that just sounds so plain, but I remember you just sitting there being like, man, I just love what I do. I'm so lucky to get up in the morning and to be doing this. And you all were just about to go on the ride.
Amazing.
And yeah, I remember that.
I know that was a long time ago.
I don't feel like that at all anymore. No.
Why? Because he was taking shots? No, he's still doing that, right?
No, that's how we still feel.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still having fun doing this, and we're fortunate to get to do it. And like Jay said, we get to do this. These fans, and like Gary said, it's phenomenal that we've come to this point.
And this show
we're
that we
still-
put together that everybody's going to see is going to blow your head off. It's
Excited for tonight.
amazing. Yeah, man.
So real quick, Gary, what would you do if you weren't? What else could you do?
Oh, I'd be in the hunting world. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like to hunt?
I'm a big bow
People?
hunter, so yeah. you know.
People, criminals, he likes to release them into the wild.
Gary, bounty
and hunt
hunter.
them down.
Yeah.
They made a movie about him. It's more of a documentary called Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
You may have seen it.
It's a hell of an actor that played you, man. You picked
Yeah,
it.
I know. Well, I got to pick which one I wanted.
I think you
and
made
I
the
went
right
straight
choice.
for Jean-Claude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever think Seagal at one time? Or
No,
did you,
I didn't. I didn't think our hair was even close.